Dear viewers, welcome to yet another episode of Your Life, Your Money. In this episode, I am going to talk to you about should you be really trading in the stock markets or not. You open the YouTube, there are countless advertisements. It keeps coming and bombarding you again and again, trade your ways to the richness. Is it really happening? Let's examine all the facts and figures in this episode. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, your financial guide for a happy living.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Dear viewers, recently SEBI released one report of what happens when people trade. It was a shocking report. The report said 89% of people who traded in the stock markets lost money in 1 year. The average loss suffered by these people was in the range of about 1.1 lakh. 11% of the people ended with profits. The average profits was in the range of 1.5 lakh per trader. The 1% of the trading population, which probably are the professional traders, walked away with 51% of the trading profits. This is a shocking report by any stretch of imagination. People think that you can make countless amount of money, you can create richness by trading in the stock market. But the hard reality is nothing of the sort really happens. When it comes to question of investing world, see how many millionaires, billionaires or multi-billionaires are there and who have created billions of wealth by properly investing. Warren Buffett is a household name. There are countless of people who have similar or who can really boast of investment success. If you scan through, how many traders do you find who have ended up as billionaires only by trading? The answer is none of them. Everybody languished. They made money at some point of time, they lost money, or they really did not rise to a level of greatness of Warren Buffett by trading. It speaks volumes. It speaks about the limitations of trading. Let's examine point by point what happens when you trade in the stock market. Let's examine what happens during the trading session of a stock market. I will call this as a zero-sum game. What is a zero-sum game? A zero-sum game is when somebody wins, somebody has lost. You add the profits and you add the losses. The profits that is made is equal to the losses made by somebody else. In fact, the money has moved from one hand to the other hand. There is no creation of money there. So people came with a finite amount of money into the stock market, and if they have lost money, that money has been transferred to the winner. It's as simple as that. There is no creation of wealth which will happen. Somebody who is either lucky, somebody either very intelligent, a professional trader is walking away with the money, and the rest of the people who traded will lose money. It's the same story which plays out day in and day out. That exactly speaks why 89% of the people lost money in the stock market. That is exactly the reason why 1% of the people walked away with the 51% of the trading profits that were made in the stock market. This 1% represent not the lucky ones, but these are the professional traders. These are not the general public. These are extraordinary minds, and they know how to play the game, and that's how they walked away with a huge amount of money. Nevertheless, this does not change the equation from the zero-sum game. Even for these professional traders, they need somebody else to come with the money into the stock market and lose money, then only they can make profit. Now you know that the stock market trading is a zero-sum game. Let us examine what happens when you are trading. Let me first look at the winners and then let us look at the losers. If you become a winner, you will be emotionally overpowered, which means to say you will become complacent. You think you have conquered trading ring. You think you know the tricks of the trade. You start becoming complacent. You start betting more and more, and you think you are going to make lots of money, and that is the time the markets will come back and bite. It's impossible even for a professional trader to make money on a daily basis. The complacency will come back and hit you very, very badly. On the other hand, if you have lost money, you will not walk away by losing the money. You will become very revengeful. You think, I have lost money. Let me give it one another try. Let me try a few more times. Let me add some more money into it so that I will recover my lost money in the stock market. The ultimate outcome of this exercise is, if you are a complacent person, markets will come back and bite you. If you are revengeful, you get into more and more losses as times pass by. For both winners and the losers, the outcome is going to be disastrous. That's exactly what the SEBI report indicates. One reason why you should not trade in the stock market is it has an addiction kind of a problem. Your trading habits become completely kind of an addiction in you. I have seen in the lives of so many people, they come into trading, get into a habit, and they cannot come out of it. It becomes completely habitual. So it can become like an addiction and you become a victim of this bad habit. So do not trade and get into the virtual cycle of losing money and spoiling everything in your life. One another reason why you should never trade in the stock market is the trading activity requires focus, which means to say, if you try to focus on your trade, you cannot focus on something else unless you make trade as your profession itself. So the trading requires focus. If you are focusing, let's say that if you are driving somewhere, it's common knowledge to say that you do not text, you do not take calls, do not divert your attention, focus on the road, look at where you want to go, don't take your eyesight off the road. The same analogy holds good for trading. If you have to be very successful, you should know what you are doing and you should be having a focus. If you are focusing on trading, what happens to other areas which you need your focus? Let's look at where else you have to focus. The real money in your life comes from your employment or the business or the activity which is an income generating activity. When you are focusing on trading, you lose your focus on your career, and invariably it will speak on your career path and people will start making comments about it. It will become talk of the town and you will struggle with your career. You lose focus in your career. As a result, it's just not losing money in the stock market, you will also suffer your career progress, which is nothing but a loss of the revenue generating opportunity for you. Trading will also spoil family life. There will be problems at the family level when you start losing money and it starts playing on your mind and you will not be a normal person because of the trading. The family life also suffers. One another element which requires your attention is every human being needs rest. Every human being needs his dose of entertainment. If you are caught in a trading kind of a mindset and if you are sitting on losses or if you are sitting on a massive profit, you are worried about what happens in the next move because of the stock market, you are in an F&O, carry forward positions, and you don't know the next day whether the market gap up or will the market gap down. If you do not know, you can't even rest properly. You cannot focus your mind on getting the dose of entertainment that you need for this. So when you are trading, you lose your focus on career, you will develop family problems, and you will not get the required bodily rest and your dose of entertainment as well. So do not trade, and it's injurious to your financial health. If I'm asking you not to trade, then what about all these advertisements? What about all these persons who are telling that you trade and somebody shows his house, somebody shows his car, and somebody shows his the vacation he takes in an exotic location, and they say that they made so much of a money? Are they telling you the right things? Are they baiting you? The answer is, look at their business model. They want to sell you a course, they want to guide you, they want to generate revenue. More the traders in the ring, more the people use their services, they make money. And their business model is not a zero-sum game. Every customer comes to them, buys their course. Every customer who comes and subscribe for the services they offer for you, they make money out of it. For them, it is not a zero-sum game. For them, every revenue that comes increases their revenue that they are trying to do. But for as a trader, you might end up losing. So when they speak about making richness using the trade, use your discretion, find out whether it really makes money. Is it your cup of tea? Do you have the time? Can you focus on it? Can you conquer this? Can you belong to that 1% of the population who become professional traders and make money out of it? If you think, yes, I have that caliber, I can do that, then probably you can take a call. But for 99% of the people, probably it has more damages and more drawbacks and more downside than what the advertisements speak about the trading. If trading is bad, why can't the authorities, the government, the regulators completely ban it? This is a question that could be there in your mind. That's the same question that is there in my mind. The fact of the matter is that trading cannot be banned. It has a purpose behind it. See, if you are a serious investor, if you are a long-term investor, stock market is a place where you can exchange your stocks, you can sell it on a daily basis to someone who is requiring it. If market does not have any traders, market will not have liquidity. It will become something like a real estate where you have to go and find a buyer when you try to sell. So the community of traders give liquidity to the market. They work as somebody who are liquidity providers for the long-term investors. In the absence of a trading community, long-term investors cannot liquidate the stocks that they have. That's the precise help the trading community offers to the long-term investor. If you become a long-term investor, when you want to make profit or when you want to sell it, that's the time, give it back to the traders. Otherwise, trading is not for you. For this precise reason, the government or the authorities cannot ban trading even though it is injurious to most people. Now that I have told what are the benefit of a trading or why it is still in practice for the reason of liquidity, as well as the factual situation of most of the people losing money in the trade, the question that comes to my mind is, who should decide, should I be a trader or should I be a long-term investor? The decision invariably rests with you. You should make a decision. Why I am trading? Am I a professional trader? I am an habitual trader. Do I want to lose money? Can I conquer this? This is a decision you have to take. And wherever you find comfort, you pursue that particular line. One suggestion for you, if you decide to trade in your stock market, one workable suggestion that I can give you is always put a limits. You put a limit, okay, I'm going to put 10,000 rupees, I'm going to put a lakh of rupees, I'm going to put 10 lakh rupees, depending on what financial status you belong to. But nevertheless, put that limit. I will not expose more than this particular amount of money for my trading activity. If I made profit, I'll walk away with the trade. If I end up losing, this is the maximum amount of money that I will lose, and I will not bring more money into the trading ring. By thereby, you will satisfy your urge to trade as well as keep a limit on the amount of money you might lose in case if the trading did not work in favor of you. The next question that comes to my mind is, if no one should be trading, or if I am advising you not to trade, is there an alternative to the trading? The answer is yes. You do everything opposite of the trading. In case of trading, you buy and sell on a daily basis. Instead of that, you invest. When you invest, you buy and hold it for long periods of time. Investing is a very scientific process. In case of investing, it is going to be a win-win situation. Everybody wins. The seller who sold you, I presume he has made money and he sold it to you. You hold it for certain period of time, you enjoy the dividends, and after a lapse of certain number of years, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 30 years, you sell it for a profit and you transfer it to somebody else. And in this bargain, everybody is a winner. The person who sold it to you must have made money. As a holding period, you have got dividends, you made money all throughout. During this holding period of 5, 10 or whatever the period, there was an economic growth and the asset values have improved, and you are selling it for a capital appreciation. There is no losers here. Just think about an example. If your grandfather had purchased a piece of land, the guy who sold that piece of land must have sold it to you after careful consideration, and he got his land's worth. And your grandfather and your father enjoyed this piece of land for many number of years, maybe an economic output or maybe the capital appreciation, and they sell it after many number of years and they made money, and the new owner probably hold it for many number of years. In this bargain, everybody is making money. Investing is an exercise where everybody makes money. It's called the win-win situation. Trading is a zero-sum game, as I said. One man, when he makes profit, it results in loss for someone else. So it's wise who decide to go ahead with the win-win situations in life, and that's the long-term investing. How to do a long-term investing? Probably if you have an intention to create wealth using long-term investing, you can make best use of our services. If your intention is to create a safe investment, wise investment, you have an intention to reach your life goals, you don't want to take too much of a risk, you want a hand holding, you want a team of experts to guide you in this journey, you can make best use of our services. How to request for our services? Very simple. Our number is shown here on the screen. Through a WhatsApp message from any corner of the world, you can send us the message, and our team of experts are very happy to give you a helping hand in your life journey. Don't delay, send that message now in case if you want to use our services. Dear viewers, hope the video that I have done today gave you enough caution not to trade and lose money, and how you can really build wealth by long-term investing. If it did help you to understand the pitfalls of the trading and the worthiness of following a long-term investing process, please do like this video. If you are a person who is watching my channel for the first time, or if you are yet to subscribe for the channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you next Friday with yet another episode of Your Life, Your Money. Till then, stay safe.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.